and welcome to this episode of MiniMonos TV. We have a special earthquake edition of MiniMonos TV for you today. We are broadcasting to you from Miss Dog's house because our office, our headquarters, is right in the middle of the earthquake zone. So we've got some great stuff. The show will go on, have no fear. We've got some great stuff for you today. We have the news. We have a bit of information on the big shake and our experiences with it. We've got our question of the week from AlphaMonkey, and then the question of the week for the MiniMonos staff. So stay tuned and enjoy the show.
Hi monkeys! Manx here, and we are broadcasting, well, we're taping this at my house because we can't get into the office at the moment. Or we can, but it's probably not worth it at this point in time because of the huge earthquake we had in Christchurch. It was really crazy. It happened overnight, and at my house we were hanging out in the doorway because doorways are pretty safe places during earthquakes. Everybody tells you to get under tables or stand in doorways, so I'm standing in the doorway, and all of a sudden I hear this huge crash, and I thought my turtle tank had broken, and I thought I was going to have water everywhere. But then when I got into the lounge, it was just a mirror that had broken. So everything turned out a-okay, and my turtle is still very safe and sound in his big turtle tank. And maybe one day you'll see that on an episode. So enough about the earthquake. It's time for the news from my house. So this week, well actually last week, we have our high scores. For Monkey Flight, Cosmo 12345 was first place. Dylan came in second place, and X-Monkey was third place in Monkey Flight. Way to go, monkeys. In the Rats game, Vampire X was first. Bolo was second. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but I'm sure you'll let me know. And Fuzzco Pop was third place. In Go-Go Green, Fighter was first. Haley Jane was second. And Harry was third place. I love your monkey name, Harry. In Tic Tac Poo, we had Pepper CP in first place, Nick the King in second place, and Mini Penguin came in third. Good job, monkeys. You've probably got lots of flies surrounding you. And finally, we've got some exciting news for you about secret pie hidden on the island. As you know, during previous updates, the sneaky badger fox has been known to hide pie around the place. And it turns out there was pie hidden in, I don't know if I should tell you. Not everybody knows about it, but maybe you should ask Hi, because he found the pie. Good job, Hi!
Alright, so we want to tell you monkeys what life was like for us during this giant earthquake that happened just 2 days ago right here in Christchurch, New Zealand. Now, this is the biggest earthquake to hit New Zealand in around 80 years. It was about the same size as the earthquake that hit Haiti on the Richter scale. It was about the same size. So it was quite a terrifying experience. So, Eco Mom, what was it like for you? Tell us what happened to you.
Okay, so Eco, who's my son, and I were staying at a friend's house, and so it hit at about 4:35 in the morning. So suddenly I felt and heard this enormous sound and felt the bed rocking from side to side, enormous. And I woke up and I thought, oh my goodness, it's an earthquake. And I waited just for a couple of seconds to think, is it going to stop? And it didn't stop, it kept going. Eco was downstairs. It was pitch black, and I had to go down the stairs at my friend's house. And going down the stairs, I suddenly felt like it was an escalator, but going the wrong way and sideways. So I kept trying to go downstairs, and it wasn't letting me go downstairs. It was the weirdest experience. I got halfway down the stairs, and I wanted to call out to Eco, and he's 8 years old. Look, I'm coming, it's all good, it's all fine, but in a calm voice. But I had to yell because the noise of the earthquake booming and the rumbling was so huge. So I got just down to the bottom of the stairs and I said, okay, Mum's here, I'm going to be here very shortly. I went in there, he sat bolt upright in bed and said, is it hailing right now? And I said, no darling, it's an earthquake, we need to go and stand in the doorway right now. So we did that, pitch black, things falling around us, china falling, pictures falling off the ground, we were standing on stuff that was smashed. It was a pretty terrifying experience.
Yeah. It was, and so tell us now, Hatman.
Yeah.
You weren't in Christchurch.
So I wasn't. I had travelled down about 5 hours south of Christchurch for the weekend, actually, to go and spend a weekend with my auntie's 75th birthday. And so we were in a little place called Roxburgh, and the first thing I knew about it was when my dad had rung me on my phone at about 8:30 in the morning, so hours after everything had happened. And I looked at my phone while my dad was talking to me. He says, I'm standing outside your house and everything's okay. And I thought, why are you standing outside my house?
And why wouldn't it be okay?
And why wouldn't it be okay? Because there had been reports of severe wind in the days leading up to the earthquake.
Yeah.
And so I thought that had finally come through and hit, and that there had been roofs or something like that, never thinking there was an earthquake. And then as my dad was talking, I looked at my phone and saw I had like 5 or 6 messages and emails from people and things. I'm like, okay, there's something big going on here. So as soon as I found out, me and Sophie had some food and we got in the car and we drove 5 hours straight back to Christchurch. Because it was one of those things that you feel so helpless when you're so far away, because like all of your stuff, your house is just like, stuff is everywhere and you want to go and clean up and then help out the neighbours and things like that. And so we just got the car and drove.
Now, and you made a comment before about the Quake Club.
I feel left out because these two are in this cool, this club, not a cool club, but a club of people that experienced it.
And I just, this is the thing, so I used to live in Florida, and in Florida, it's really well known for hurricanes, right? Hurricanes come all the time. And I always had a little bit of a thing that it wasn't a healthy thing at all, but I had a little bit of thing of like, ooh, the hurricanes were exciting. And I would have felt that way about earthquakes as well, that, since I've been living in New Zealand, and in New Zealand they have probably, 300 earthquakes a year or something like that, small ones, and I had never felt them, and I always kind of felt, oh, it's not fair, everyone else gets to feel the earthquake and not me. And, having gone through this, I just realized that you'd so much rather not. There's nothing fun about it. You don't want to be a part of it. It is not a cool club in any way. It's not fun. It's just
horrible.
It was really quite horrible.
So me and Sophie have been talking about this, my partner, and we, every time there's an aftershock that's kind of like a 5 or a 4.5 magnitude, we're just like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
And then we look at the people around us, like when the aftershock hit today while we were just sitting inside, it was quite a healthy one. Apparently some more buildings have fallen down in Christchurch. Me and Sophie are just like, it's just a small earthquake.
Yeah.
And these two, I looked at your faces and you guys are like,
Yeah.
how long is it going to last for?
Well,
and
we're all on
I don't
edge.
want to be here because it's going on, having experienced the big one and now such smaller ones.
Yeah. And we're all on edge because we don't know, for each aftershock, we don't know if it's going to be another big one or not.
Yeah.
So Carly, what happened to you?
So I woke up and I don't know why, but I did realize right away it was an earthquake, even though I have no experience with them. And my husband and I ran for the doorway, and so we waited out in the doorway, which is, it was quite, one of the things that was quite horrible about it is that they say go to a doorway. That's the safest place to be because it's got structural integrity. But then when you get to the door, the earthquake went on for quite a while, and so we got to the doorway, and that's all they tell you to do is to go to a doorway. And so we were in the doorway, and there was nothing else we could do. We just had to stay there, and it doesn't feel particularly safe in a doorway. We just stayed there, and the whole house was shaking. It felt like there was a giant. It felt like there was a giant outside of our house, and that our house was a vending machine, and he put his money in, and the chips hadn't fallen out properly, and he was trying to get his chips out or his candy out. So he was shaking the house, going, "Come," banging on it and shaking. So it was just, we stood there for ages, and then finally it stopped, and we were out of power and stuff. But then we had a lovely thing, and I think this happened to a lot of people in Christchurch, which is that all of the neighbors came out, and we all checked on each other, and we came together and had cups of tea and coffee together, and the whole neighborhood was really kind of supportive of everyone else. So that was quite special.
And Iko won't mind me saying this, but it was so scary that about half an hour afterwards he threw up.
Yeah.
It was, and he was shaking the whole time.
Yeah. I mean,
but do you
I
know
can
the miracle?
understand that.
The miracle is we've got 400,000 people in the city. Nobody died.
Yeah.
Not a single person.
Not one single person.
Yeah.
And that was an earthquake the size of Haiti, and nobody died.
Yeah.
So we are all very, very relieved.
lucky.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that people don't understand is since the earthquake, we've had reports of up to 60 earthquakes over 3 magnitude.
Yeah.
In the time, in the 2 days since.
Yeah.
So
We've had, in the 24 hours of Saturday, from midnight to midnight, once the earthquake hit at 4:35, we had aftershocks. Every single hour there were aftershocks.
Yeah.
Not an hour went by that we didn't have additional quakes coming.
So that's an earthquake that most people in Christchurch, when they normally felt it outside of a bigger, would
Yeah.
be like,
Whoa, that was a
it
big
would-
one.
It would be a talking point.
Yeah.
And now we've had 60 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it is very crazy.
Yeah. So basically, monkeys, here's the story. It was a very scary experience. It was a very horrible experience. There's lots of damage to buildings and things all around. There's a lot of kind of sadness about that. There's a lot of great fortunate, we're very, very fortunate that nobody died and that, the whole situation wasn't worse. We, hope that you all stay safe and are all safe with your families, especially you monkeys in Christchurch, because we know we have a lot of you guys that are local here as well. And, thank you as always for watching and for being part of our team.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, so now we've got all these colours and the mods and stuff can go in there and say go green, everyone goes green. What's your favourite colour?
Well, I guess my favourite colour is green, but my favourite power is go crazy.
I've never used Go Crazy yet.
Oh, it's cool. And what I like is if you end up like a colour you don't like, or if someone ends up like the other day Zoo, I made him pink and he wasn't that happy about it. So I could just go crazy again. And it's like rolling a dice and just getting random colours. I love it. I like it much better than Go Rainbow. Though Go Rainbow's kind of cute, but Go Crazy is my favourite power.
Cool, cool.
Okay, so now it's MiniMonos question time. And the question came from a few monkeys when we had the last Talk Tuesday. And the question was, what are the MiniMonos staff's favourite powers? So we asked them, and this is what they said. Now, Miss Dog said fireworks. Why do you think that's your favourite power?
It's so pretty. It's so festive. You know, like you do the fireworks and you know that it's a party and it's all a lot of fun. I love the fireworks.
Yeah. And my favourite power is go crazy because it makes me laugh so much when it happens.
Yeah.
And if ever any new monkeys are on and you suddenly go crazy, they will go, whoa. And AlphaMonkey said go bananas because it was the first power. And she also said she likes go pink, particularly when she feels like messing with people.
We have a lot of boy monkeys on. I don't think they like to go pink
It's
so
always
much.
really funny when they go pink. Max said she really likes go sparkly and go crazy because they're both so fun to watch. And Badger Fox said, I think we all know the answer for him. Pie and lots of it.
Yeah.
He also loves Go Bananas because it was the first ever, and he said sniff nostalgia. And do you know that it was actually Badger Fox who first invented the Go powers? So we can thank him for those. He first invented Go Bananas. Bulla Bulla said, I like Go Bananas because you can type it many times really fast to make the bananas go down really super fast.
Big banana storm.
That's right. And Monty said, Go Banana Storms rock. So that's the answer to the questions, Monkey, of which are the MiniMonos staff's favourite powers.
Make sure to send in your questions so that we might answer them on a future episode of MiniMonos TV. Well, that's it for this week's episode of MiniMonos TV. Monkeys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to all of the monkeys who sent us messages asking how we were doing, what had happened, whether we were okay. It means so much to us. We can't even tell you how much it means. It's just terrific. So thank you so much, and we do hope all of you are okay in all your homes and businesses and families, and that everyone is fine with you as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of MiniMonos TV. Make sure to leave a comment on this one, either on the blog, on the YouTube channel. You can always send us a message in World and let us know what you think and what your ideas are. We always love to hear from you. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.
Bye, monkeys.
Bye, monkeys.